Welcome to this Wednesday's class. Some nice stretching, some movement, and some mobility. We're going to take the feet about hip width apart and just start to rock gently back and forth. Very, very simple. This is a great exercise for the body to just take in some information about our balance over the course of the day, and also due to the ways that we shift to one hip, maybe you cross one leg over when you're sitting, or the way you sleep. Those types of mannerisms affect us over time and can shift us away from our center. So all we're doing is finding our center. One more time. And let's take the hands by our sides. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale, let it go. This time we're going to take the hands up overhead. And exhale, let it go. Good. Let's start to build some roots beneath the feet. All right, so I'm wiggling my toes because it reminds me to connect to the ground beneath me. And I've had many injuries, many issues to do with my alignment. So if you think instructors haven't or know what's going on, no, we're figuring it out too. We just have the knowledge base. So from here, building those roots, connect to the floor. We're going to take a deep inhale. Hands come up overhead. Now we're going to hinge forward, swan dive down. Okay, taking the arms down to the floor or as far as you can. Relax the spine here. Inhale, lift halfway just to the knee, and then back down. From here, roll it up. Vertebrae by vertebrae, nice and slow, okay? We're gonna do that again. So deep inhale. Exhale, forward fold, flat back. Down to the floor. Inhale, lift. Exhale, come back down. And slowly wind it up. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, lift. Swan dive. Lift up. Bring it back down. And slowly come up. Head last. And back into neutral. Good. Let's start by rolling those shoulders back. That's it. Right up to the ears and switch directions. And then from here, we're going to lift and hold and then release with the exhale. So inhale, lift. And exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, lift. And exhale, release. Let it go. Bring some blood flow to the hands, to the extremities. Just for now, we'll focus on the upper body. Good. And now open up the stance a little bit. Now, this is some mobility for the core. You're going to take the hands to start up on the shoulders. We're painting a circle with the elbows, going up in front and all the way back. Up in front, all the way back, using that breath, and switch directions up. Just discern, notice where you're feeling tension. Breathe into it, back it off if there's pain. And now I want you to hold yourself open, nice and wide. Now take the hands behind the ears and open. Deep inhale. Exhale, soften the knees slightly, and we're going to rotate and allow ourselves to turn and twist slightly. Twisting side to side. I'm pivoting my back leg, and I'm going to just start to pick up my pace and allow the elbows to do whatever, to swivel. You're not forcing them to stop. A lot of the time, the spine just kind of seizes, and allow yourself to swing for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back into the center. Deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold like we did at the beginning. Lift up halfway. Exhale down. And roll it back up. Good. Back into neutral. One arm comes across the body. Take it in. Use that breath. Of course, especially where you're feeling it, that's always a sign for you to tune in. When you feel tension, breathe. Arm comes up above the head, trying to keep the neck lifted. That's it. And gently release that. Opposite side. Across the chest. Try and drop the shoulder down. And lift it up. Trying to keep that neck lifted in alignment with the spine. And release. Now let's clasp the hands behind the back. I'll show from the side. And I want you to depress the shoulder blades. So this is my natural. This is my down locked state. So they're down, and now I'm going to just open backwards as far as I can, pairing that with breath. So there's active tension in my arms, not in my neck, and I'm going to hinge forward, allowing that to relax wherever they're at. Now, if the arms don't clasp, do your best. For 3, 2, and 1, gently release. Let the arms fall. Right here, stay where you are. I want you to widen the stance. Clasp your elbows. You're going to begin to rock gently side to side. Some nice free flow movement. Letting the shoulders loosen, those joints unlock, and release that movement. From here, holding the elbows, you're going to shake out the head. And nod. One more time. Let it go. Let the muscles in the neck go. And from here, wherever you can, even if you have to slightly bend the knees, bring yourself down to the floor. Open up the arms nice and wide. Walk them back as far as you can. If you can clasp your ankles, please do so. And let that go. You're going to move to one side. So I'm going to pick what's closer to the camera. So I'm going to walk my arms to one side and hold. And from here, we're going to rotate down into a deep lunge, taking the knee down, lifting up nice and tall. So we're moving forward, opening up the hip flexor. That leg that's behind us is getting a serious stretch. Lengthening using the breath for 3, 2, and 1. Reverse that by coming back down. Good, and coming forward. Let's take the leg back up off the floor. So that knee is up off the floor, holding here. Now for the leg that's forward, we're going to rotate towards it. We've done this one before. This is a spinal twist. Bring it back down into the center. Hands on either side. Bring the back leg in slightly forward. Then you're going to come into a warrior 2 pose. And then so you can see. From here, bring it into a reverse pose, feeling a nice stretch. From here, deep breath. And release. Bring yourself back to standing position, roll it out. And forward. Now let's take the opposite leg back. Take yourself down comfortably, drop the knee, and lift up. And we've got a little bit of forward momentum, or the intention is to continue to press gently. Opening up that hip flexor. For 3, 2, and 1. Reversing this position, coming down. I've got my toes propped under, if anyone was wondering, just to support. Beautiful. And from here, let's come back up. Have both hands on opposite sides of the leg. Now we're going to take ourselves up. We're in this active position. We're going to place one hand down and rotate towards the knee that's up there. And bring it back down into the center. Holding here. Walk your back leg in just a little bit closer so you can support yourself, okay? Even take yourself to the knee, and then you bring yourself into warrior 2. Relax the shoulders. And reverse it. Good, and release that. Bring both legs together. We're going to come down towards the floor, vertebrae by vertebrae. And slowly back up, releasing all of that. Let's pair that with a nice deep inhale. And exhale. We're going to make our way onto a mat. So let's bring that in. From here, take a seat. We're going to start with straight legs. Up nice and tall. Inhale. And exhale. From here, flex the feet. And point. Squeeze down as much as you can. And lift. And point. One more time. Lift. And point. Deep inhale, take it up. And reaching forward. Drop down when you need to. Find length in the spine where you can. Relax the shoulders. Begin by flexing each foot. Now, if you can't reach, no worries. Grab a band, hook it around, or just flex them. I want you to stay down. Breathing for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Good. Coming up. We're going to take one leg across the opposite side. Okay. Opposite arm to leg. So I've got my left leg and I've got my right arm. I'm going to hug in nice and tight. Lift and start to rotate. As far as you can. Keep seeking just to push a little further. And bring it back into the center. So as the back opens up, use that newfound space to rotate. Inhale, lift, and exhale, rotate. Good, and bring it back into the center. Nice. All right, let's take those legs together. Up tall from here. Inhale and exhale, pressing down on inside the thigh. This is such a helpful stretch, opening up those hip flexors from a bit of a different angle. These are some of the most go-to stretches in athletes' arsenals or any kind of rehab specialist arsenals. And now let's reach the arms out in front. If this one you're finding a hard time with the forward lean, whenever you're on your own, grab onto a banister or something sturdy and pull yourself, draw yourself in. It's a really great way to get the stretch without anyone else. Last 3, 2, and 1. Coming up gently. Nice. All right, from here, let's bring those legs together. Take ourselves into an S position. I've got my right leg in front and my left leg behind. Bringing myself closer to the top of my mat. Gonna lean back, relax here, lifting the neck away from the shoulders, and then taking myself down onto the elbows. And if you're good, stay there. Otherwise, coming all the way down. While you're here, try and press that knee into the floor. Slowly, we're going to release this in 3, 2, and 1. Coming up to the hands or pulling the foot out like myself. Bring yourself back up and switch sides. Start by leaning back, lifting tall. Once you feel comfortable here, or if you need more time, take it. This is for you. This is not about me. Let me be the guide of different levels, different experiences that you can have in the same class. They're all unique to you. And then down if you wish. Give me one more deep breath. And release. Let's bring ourselves out of this. Bring ourselves up. Good. All right. Take yourselves onto your knees. Come into child's pose. Stretch the arms out nice and long. If it's more relaxing to you, widen the knees slightly. That gives a little bit more space for the chest to fall through. And I want you to just relax and stay there. We've got 20 seconds. And gently from here, coming back up, threading the needle. And back into the center, opposite side. And let's remove that. Bringing ourselves back up. We're going to come into tabletop position. Now from here, instead of sinking in, we want to raise ourselves away from the shoulders. Press each fingertip and the ball of the hand or the palm of the hand into the mat or floor beneath you. And then make sure those knees are aligning with the hands. From here, take a nice deep inhale and pull the belly button gently in so you have a nice pull here like that neutral spine pelvic tilt. And from here, we're going to inhale, arch, and exhale, round. For 3, 2, 1, and arching through. Inhale, always on the arch, and exhale, round. And again. One more time. I want you to stay here in this rounded position for 3, 2, and walk yourself backwards, down to the feet, back up, stay in this rounded position, now release. Inhale, back to the arch. Exhale, round. Hold it, walk yourself back, let yourself, the upper body hang down, come back up, and back to neutral. Nice. We're going to take it into a quick little bird dog position. So opposite arm to leg, we're going to take the legs out, or the arm and leg out. Just from here, lift up and tap down, hold. Bring it up and tap down. And one more time up and tap down. We're going to hold for 10 seconds. Hold and breathe. Think about lengthening. Trust yourself for 3, 2, 1. Bring it back in, child's pose. Bring yourself back up to tabletop. Walking out the opposite arm and leg, pulling the belly button into that neutral spine. From here, lift and lower. Notice which hip gives you more grief. Lift and lower one more time. Up and down, holding for 10 seconds. Lengthen, left for 3, 2, 1. Bring it down from here into downward dog. Press back into those heels. If it feels good, walk it out. A little side to side here. Coming down to the knees in tabletop. Back up to down dog. Back to the knees. Inhale. And exhale, down dog. Press into those fingertips in the palm of the hands. Last time, inhale. And exhale. Good, back down to the knees. And we're going to make our way down to the floor. All right. As we make ourselves comfortable, we're going to finish up opening up a little bit more for the hips and for the shoulders and upper back. Let's start with this one. So I've got one knee into the chest, And I'm going to open and close a couple times. Take my opposite hand, take my foot on top of the knee, and turn away. Breathing into the spinal twist. And bring that back into the center. Let's take this leg in, pull it across, figure four. Good, and release that. Let's go to the opposite side. So one hand down, opposite hand on the knee, open and close. Now take that arm, twist across, and turning away. Just observe which side, again, gives you more grief. Be patient, give her a little extra TLC, whichever side it was or is. And back into center. All right, from here, I want you to take the arms and place them beside you in like an L, okay? And I want the elbows against the floor, the best that you can. This is going to apply differently to everyone. And then you're going to gently straighten up overhead, keeping those elbows down, pressing them close to where I am right now. Mine leave the floor. I know I have a very tight upper back. So we're going to go and flow through this for now a few times. Really try and keep the shoulder blades down as you do this. And let's go for one more time, and we're going to clasp the hands at the top of this. So one hand clasping the other, whichever it is, you're going to gently pull towards the hand that's, holding the other one. Now you're going to feel a nice stretch here, but what I want is you to drop your elbow back down onto the floor and then pull only as far as the elbow stays down. This is going to help you get into that side piece, upper back. We're going to hold here. It's one of those areas that unless you're specific and mindful, other muscles will start to stretch, or the body likes the path of least resistance. So this just happens to be one of those harder places to get to. Keep drawing out it further if the opportunity or if the body allows you to. Use the space. Good, and let's release that. Opposite hand clasped and gently pulling over. Keeping that elbow down. We're just about up for time, so this is going to finish us off. 5 seconds. And release that. Let's roll ourselves up gently. Hands come above the head. Right up. Good. Shake it out. Bring yourself up. And we're all done. Thanks for joining me for today. I hope you did get outside. If you didn't, there's still time. We've got some nice, it's still light, right? It's only going to get better from here. Anyways, love it as always, guys. Have a great evening. Take care. We'll see you next week.